Well, y'all, this stone hook. I'm gonna have fun tonight. I'm gonna go out on a limb with an obsidian slab. I'm kind of scared of obsidian slab. I ain't never worked too many of them, and every one of them hurt near big ones like this. I didn't do very well. I made them too thin. So I'm gonna really try hard to keep some thickness on this thing. And the only way I really know to do it is just trying to flatten it out more instead of turning it up where them flakes would drive on across there. I'm used to turning it up a little more with rocks. I got me a template cut out. It's a 2 5/16 inch by a 6 3/4 inch blade. I like to make out of it. Kind of drawed it on there. And the plan is just to get a working edge. Kind of shake it up and get a working edge around there. And I'll probably use up about that much rock. That's really the plan, like to have a good working edge, you know, like that right there. And then the challenge for me will be to get those flakes to just go in there just a little bit past center line. You know, just barely past center line. Bad about obsidian, it just wants to go, or how wide it is, that's how far it wants to go, because it gets too much energy into it, I guess, straight across. But I'm gonna get a zigzag around it, just get a working edge going first with a 1-inch bopper. Got some purple paint on my fingers, painting that little template. And I'm gonna work mostly on my leg too, I reckon, to support this thing and try to keep angles more consistent. Well, it sure is pretty stuff. Out of all the obsidian I've worked, some of my favorite to work has been the mahogany like this. Just seems to nap a little different than them, some of them. I ain't doing a very good job of zigzagging there, huh? Nice piece of obsidian somebody sent me to slice up in slabs, and I'm gonna just work this one and send the rest of them back to him. I think I get about 5 of these this size, and one more, several small thinner ones, you know, like pressure flaking slabs. Not this big though, the end cut. My saw's kind of small, that's about as big as I can cut for lengthwise. I had to trim the ends off, and I cut them like 5/16 inch thick. I was going to try to leave them ends and work from the sides to them, but I'm going to have to get ordered right here. That's a thick spot where the saw jumped out, right there. I don't know that might. I better start right here. This is a good solid piece of obsidian though, seems like. Only one slab cracked right there, but this is where it was had some of the raw rock on the outside, and it started getting thinner and it cracked. And I was afraid there was gonna be a crack through them, but I think that piece just broke because it got a little bit thinner and there's really no crack. No cracks. I wish to see how that plate run down that edge. I can't do that this way hardly. Don't seem like it ever. I guess. See, it just always goes short. I can't make the adjustment for some reason. Oh man, there's a crack. I did that though, I reckon. I mean, that wasn't no crack in the rock, but golly. I guess I just hit a little bit too high right there. And crackola. Well, this don't apply no more. Now I don't know what I'm gonna make. I better get my big grinder ready. And my objective here is to make this flake just go past halfway. I ain't get quite halfway. But that's alright, as long as I get a convexity built, it'll be alright. Kind of missed to the left on that. I meant to drive that flake right down that corner. That flake terminated real smooth. This one didn't. So I need to really be careful of stopping them flakes right there. I believe it's kind of risky. I think that's all because I'm working a little bit too high. See how high that released? And trying to drive that flake a little bit too much. If I just take it easy like that right there and take a little short flake at first and get me a convexity built, everything will be way more predictable. Man, it is kind of crumbling away right there. Something I'm noticing here, Obsidian just don't take near the platform the rock does either. Man, I think I was trying to get doing too much setup there at first. I think you just don't really need a whole fancy set of circumstances for a flake to run in this darn Obsidian. left, to the left a little bit. And energy try to roll back in that last flake. Hit too short. Darn, look at that overshot. It's just so easy to do. Looks pretty good everywhere, except right down there, just broken off Basin. Kind of hard to see, but Martin runs over to this side. And it's already getting so narrow. I wonder what I'm gonna do with it. Kinda got an idea. It's hard to tell what I got going on here. I think I need to. I almost like that side right there, but I need a little bit better one. I got some mass right there that needs to come off. Hitting too short. Just hitting too short. I ain't even hitting, barely touching the edge of the rock. Got a little mass right there I wish wasn't there. It's still there for me hitting too short. I just gotta quit hitting right there though. Been 33 minutes. I went from, here's how big that thing was, down to 4 1/4 by 1 inch and 5/8. I'm gonna come back and readjust this. I'm gonna adjust this camera down and then I'm gonna pressure flake this thing from here. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I kinda missed my target. But it's fun. I didn't say much because I don't know what to say about this Obsidian. I just ain't used to it whatsoever at all. And it keeps me puzzled all the time. But it went pretty good. This side's pretty smooth. Good contours, pressure flake. This side's got a little booger. Hard to see right there and right there. I'm gonna have to try to take a little extra care to get that out of there. I'm gonna just braid the edges, put them down, get rid of anything that's loose, like Bo Earl used to say, get rid of anything that's pretending to be an edge there. I'm gonna go through and get rid of the little end lips. I probably ain't too crazy about pushing flake just yet, but some of them platforms look like I probably will. Cause I really don't even know what to expect from pressure flaking this thing, so. But that's usually what I do. I get Obsidian flake so easy, I get carried away and kind of over flake. I don't want to do that. I want to kind of take it conservative a little bit. See, like that flake broke off right there. Darn it. That's the thing about trying to press flakes on this rough edge. This edge is just too inconsistent. If you did get a good flake somewhere, you might not get another one. So I'm gonna go around and just kind of straighten up my edges and even them out a little bit before I start trying to push flakes out on there. On my tippy toes here, I got a rock they put under my foot. I don't have to get up on my tippy toes. Now I'm just gonna go around and catch this leaf. Do this side first. I ain't pressing these flakes at all. I'm just kind of pressing more straight down just to form a little cleaner edge with a little bit of convexity. Need to look at the camera and make sure I'm in the camera. That just took me. Just a little row of short flakes. It just cleans that edge up and gives it a little bit of convexity. What's slick right there? Can't see my tool. It just kind of crumbled away right there. I don't know why, but it just seems real crumbly, like it just kind of crumbled for no good reason. And again, just some short flakes to create a convex contour right there. Them was really, I probably worked them a little bit too much. Got that margin moved way over to this side more than I needed to. I'm gonna go ahead and push these flakes on out there some, cause this edge, once you get that first side kind of beveled and a good strong edge there, that's a little more predictable than it was on that other side. That's just slipping. I ain't getting a flake there. Let's see. Most of them flakes went almost halfway. But the next pass coming across here, I'll have a better edge to work off of, because that's that side I've already flaked, so it'll be real consistent. Them will be able to feather in right there, right down the middle, real nice. Now I need to run these flakes right here. That's them two bad spots too, so I'm gonna be careful. Man, they're kind of crumbling. That's good. What I do on this flake in between these flakes here is just kind of, a lot of times on rocks, I'll take 2 or 3 little small flakes, but I don't trust this obsidian edge that much. So I step over a little bit farther and just press straight down. So you can get one big, just kind of one big little corner flake before this next flake. But there's such a prominent little low spot right there coming up. I really think I'm just gonna flake that off that way. That's kind of out of position. Yeah, make big flake. You know, just take another short flake, and see the tool right there. Man, that dude just stabbed me. Dang. I think it hit my thumbnail on the other side, it felt like. Oh. Do the that. I was wondering about that in the comments about trying to get little hinges or anything off of Obsidian like that, but I'm gonna have to get a band-aid and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Got a little baby band-aid. I backed it up with some medical tape. I took care of that little bad spot right in there pretty good. You can see them flake scars, these are running nicely just right past center line. And that's because they got fairly decent contour. They're just a convex contour. That's what kind of makes these flakes run more consistent and predictable. I just took that big flake, but that, I just raked my finger across there and that little bitty end of that flake is so thin and so sharp. I was doing that on video one day, just trying to catch a hinge on a piece of obsidian with my thumbnail, and I was warned about that thing will go up under your fingernail and separate your fingernail from your finger, and I can believe it. So I try not to do that, but boy, that's a hard habit to break when you're used to doing that. But that in there kind of went a little bit deeper than I anticipated, but I think it's all right. I'm slipping. I need to grind that edge a little more and see it. That one just broke before I was ready. That ain't no good. There was a concavity right there from that big flake scar going across there, so I didn't really push them as far. Yeah, so that's that bad spot coming up on that next flake right there. That's slick. That's sticking down a little bit farther than the rest of that edge was too. So. I think that loosened up that bad spot enough I can get it from the other side. I don't know why that flake went so wide as it did. I didn't want a wide flake. I wanted a nice little more ribbon looking flake. That just spread out really bad. That kind of took care of the looks of it, but I don't think it traveled as far as it would have had if it would have been a narrow flake. Golly, something happened to my corner there, looked like. Yeah, my corner's missing. Maybe that's that spot that brittle was. I don't know. That's funny. reckon I'm gonna go ahead and come down this other side right here. And then I'll worry about the base. Something is missing here though, seems like. I guess I'm confused where I was even at now. I ran them plates, So now I gotta run these and these. That's what it is. I'm just gonna scrunch this edge. Just give me a kind of a little bevel. Same thing on this edge. Boy, it don't take much scrunching to really scrunch that edge away. I might have over scrunched that edge there. I'm not sure. And my finger just filling up with little obsidian flakes in there. And that don't normally happen with rock. That's gonna be my edge I pressure flake on, so I'm gonna get that good and on. This side's kind of the most erratic and still got that little bit of a bad spot right there, so I'm gonna do it first. I'm gonna just kind of knock the burr off my horn a little bit. I got a piece of obsidian in my finger. Man. This side I'm gonna do first. You can see how that margin kind of go down, up, then down. I won't seat my tool way up there, then I'll take most of the flakes from them where it's just a little bit lower. Something seems weird right there on that corner, like a corner. Them are all landing pretty good. That last one there tried to go a little too far, so I'll be careful. Tried not to push them too hard because I got really good contour and only need to just go halfway. Two always want to slip though. I subconsciously want to push these too hard. Then I lightened up and that one didn't go far enough. Feel that little edge is just too fine. It's kind of where it didn't get crowned very well right there. Strengthen that up a little bit. This side's going really well so far. I'm real pleased with how that side went. I mean, it just pushed one too far right there. You can see where it, I can't really see it that well, but it's there. Maybe. It might have blended in with the next flake or something. I see it in the camera right there. But anyway, that ain't no biggie. I'm in love with this piece of glass. I'll just need to flake this side. Get this side to go half that good, I'll be in good shape. Only thing is, well, this side's got big, wider flake scars, maybe wider than this side. That's too slick. That's just crumbling before I get any pressure on it. Boy, the edge, all my dust is gone and it's just slick. I guess it falls off from flaking, makes it fall off there. I didn't think I touched it. That flake was a little out of space. That side just didn't go as smooth. You see, I got a lot of little broken off flakes out across there. I suppose that's because I might have been working a little bit too high on the edge. But I'm not sure. But I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm gonna straighten the thing out a little bit. Just make sure the shape it up. Well, I don't know what to do except for just come along and That joker just cut me. I barely touched it right there and it cut me. I'll do this side like I did that side. Hey, I'm gonna have to get another band-aid. Just that little bitty, a little tiny cut. That looks like a little overshot right there. Oh. I can't seem to do no better than that, hardly. A good fine tip. Boy, one side's flaking really nice. This side's nice too, but it does have some fingernails in there. Anyway, Profile good, and this sharp, but don't cut me. I tell you, that's some sharp stuff right there. Looks like the base is just a little off right there though. That's all I can do. Heck, I can sit here and pick on it all night long. But I'm gonna shine this side with the hinges on it. That side looks good. Oh, you don't even have to press very hard on Obsidian to sign it like a rock. I was pressing like a rock and I couldn't move it. There it is. That's just, I mean, we went from this to this. I had fun, I tell you. I didn't talk much. I'm sorry about that. I really want to explain more what I do, but I just can't explain what I'm doing with this Obsidian because I don't really know. But I like to work more with it. I got some more slabs and things here, but I need to work on it more. Anyway, I'll be back.